Welcome back. So today we're going to take a look, kind of a recap on the Christopher Watts case. And I'm going to go through 10 things that I've reported on in previous videos. And let's see if you can remember these 10 little reported facts about the case. Let's start off with number 10. Number 10. As a family, they almost never did anything together. Now, they did things where they went out on small outings and stuff like that to the park or to the grocery store. But when it came to family outings, to sports activities, things that the little girls were interested in, one or the two parents was always missing. A lot of times, Amanda Thayer would take the little girls to events because Chris was either busy or couldn't make it, and Shannon would be working and couldn't make it. Other times, one parent would be there, either Shannon or it would be Chris. But as a family unit, they almost never did anything together, and it speaks greatly for their infighting also along with their family dynamic. They were just too busy, and apparently adding a third child to the mix was going to fix it. Number 9 on the list, favorite foods of the entire family. Shannon's favorite food was lasagna, or pasta in general. Her favorite dessert was cherry pie. Chris, his favorite food was chicken. He liked chicken more than he liked beef, and he didn't like chicken with skin on it. He always wanted the skin off of the chicken. He wanted it either baked or broiled. Sometimes he would cook it up in a pan and then add it to pasta. Bella's favorite food, along with Cece, was macaroni and cheese and chicken strips. Now, this wasn't a frozen food that chicken strips that they bought. It was something that they made at home, and they would just take chicken breasts and cut them into strips, and then fry them up in a pan with, I guess, olive oil. It didn't actually say. But both of them, their favorite dessert was ice cream. Did I say Christopher Watts' favorite dessert was apple pie? Number 8 on the list, favorite activities. Shannon's was spending time with her children and watching them develop and grow, playing makeup and dress up with them. That was her favorite activity. Outside of the home, her favorite activity was walking or taking a stroll. Chris's favorite activity had nothing to do with the family at all. Shocking. His favorite activities were football and NASCAR, and he did it with friends. He occasionally would watch football games at home, and Shannon tried to take part in that with him, but he liked it to be quiet, so he would actually leave the family upstairs and go down into the basement where the weight room was, and he had an additional TV there, and he'd watch these things by himself. Bella and Cece both liked their favorite activities were the same thing: dress up, spending time together in Disney movies. Outside the home, I could not find anything that that necessarily said that they enjoyed one thing or another outside the home, but I'm guessing it's normal activities that children that age would be into. 7. Favorite types of music. Shannon, not surprising, was her favorite type of music was pop music, but she also enjoyed some light country music. Chris, 80s heavy metal and 90s grunge rock. Bella and Cece, again, pretty much the same. They both like lullaby music, Rihanna, and current music that was played to them on XM radio. So that's the first 7. Number 6, favorite possessions, actual physical items that they had that they was their favorites. Shannon, her favorite possession was unknown. From everybody I spoke with, nobody could actually tell me what if she had an actual favorite possession, other than I guess maybe her children. Those were, but I don't think you can, call that a possession. Chris actually had a favorite possession. It was a 1960s Impala car, like model car, that was entombed in a glass case. And I guess from what I understand, it was very expensive, blue in color. Bella, favorite physical possession was her purple dinosaur. And no, it's not Barney. It's just a dinosaur that is purple. Cece, ballerina dolls. She had a ballerina doll, apparently, and that was one of her favorite things. Number 5, goals they were looking forward to in the coming year or years. Shannon, watching her girls grow up and learn and develop and then enter into school full time. Chris was looking forward to changing positions with either in the oil company or quitting altogether and moving back to North Carolina. No kidding. That was what he was looking forward to. Nothing with the family. Bella and Cece were both looking forward to the next Disney Stars on Ice. It's an ice skating program that is in the Denver area, and I guess it became a family ritual with Shannon where she took them each year to this. What people loved about them, number 4 on the list. Shannon, this is how her friends and coworkers and people and her family described her. Trustworthy, honest, hardworking, always willing to help. Chris, hard worker, honest, funny, outgoing, smart, but reclusive. Bella, always happy, loving, too honest for her own good, and wanted to help her little sister any way she could. And Cece, I could not find again a description from anybody, or no one actually replied back about what people loved about her the most. But I'm going to go with her smile, and from other people who described her as a bubbly little girl and very smart. So I'm going to go with those, even though I couldn't get anybody to answer the question. Number 3, surprising facts about the family members. Shannon was once interviewed by a lifestyle magazine. It is unknown what publication or TV channel that lifestyle magazine belonged to, according to Amanda Thayer. Next, Chris. Chris was once thought that he spotted his favorite NFL quarterback in the airport when he was either coming or going from a trip, and followed this individual all over the airport and taking photos and notes about the individual. And it turned out not to be the actual quarterback that he thought it was, but he still proudly talked about that with coworkers of his. Bella was her surprising facts about her was she was once seen in the background playing at a newly remodeled playground, and she was just there in the background. I guess that was her 15 seconds of fame, but she was there, and that comes from a party I will get to at the end. Cece, surprising fact about her, she was scared of hippopotamuses. She did not like hippos at all. So much so that Chris and Shannon wouldn't allow even stuffed animals or printed material with pictures of hippos on them in the house. Next one, number 2. How they love to relax. Shannon, hanging out with friends and family and talking, taking baths, and just spending time with her children. Chris, again, watching sports. Bella, watching Disney movies and cartoons. Her favorites were Daniel the Tiger and Super Y. Cece, her Barbies and Dollies and movies like her big sister. Number one, their biggest fears in life. And no, I couldn't find a single person that said their biggest fear in life was that Christopher Watts was going to kill them. Their biggest fear, Shannon, health of the family. She was worried about her health and the health of her little girls. So that was her number one fear, is that they wouldn't be healthy in the future. Chris, his number one biggest fear was money, not having enough money to go around to pay for all the bills that they had acquired. Bella, mommy and daddy being happy and little sister being happy. Cece could not find anything, but I'm going to go with it was most likely the hippos. That would be her biggest fear for Cece. So that is interesting facts that you may not know about the actual family. Now we're going to go through viewer questions about the little known facts. First one is, where was Shannon actually born? She was born in Passaic, New Jersey. Next question from a viewer. I can't seem to find Shannon's full complete name. Can you find it? Yes, her name is Shannon Catherine Watts, or Ruszczyk. So either way. Bonus fact, she was born January 10th, 1984. Next. Can you tell me if Shannon had received any awards for her time in sales with le-vel? Yes, Shannon was a member of what was called the exclusive 80K Club. That means that she had $80,000 in sales in a period of time. And on the $80,000 in sales, she earned $61,250. She made additional income from people below her who, where it funnels up, because it's a pyramid scheme, and I don't care what you say, look up the definition of pyramid scheme in MLM. They're both the same. But she pocketed $61,000, just a little bit over $61,000 on 80,000 sales. She never did reach the next level, which is $150,000 in sales. She never made that next level. Next question is, after the family went missing, what did Christopher Watts do? After the family was reported missing by Amanda Thayer, Christopher Watts stuck around the house for a couple hours and then went and stayed the night over at Nick and Amanda Thayer's home. Yes, this is the same lady who said that she pulled her car into the driveway so they could look in through the window, from what I'm told. Now, there is some dispute about which friend actually did that, but it's been attributed to two different ladies. All right, next question. I heard that Christopher Watts often told high tales, and I'll actually look up that high tales, what that means. Chris often told high tales to others, making himself out to be more of a professional than an average Joe who turned wrenches for a living. This is true. I found at least 3 different examples of this. To his neighbor, Mike Hendrickson, he told him at a community pool party once there's a pool, one giant pool that is there for the entire community, and they pay for part of their homeowners association is fees go to pay for the homeowners association and membership to the pool. But he told him once that he used to own a car dealership back in North Carolina. That's just one of the 3 examples that I found. Next question is, how what was the complete spelling of the unborn baby boy? His name was to be Nico Lee Watts. And it's not spelled the way a lot of people actually believe that it's spelled. It's not Nico, it's Niko, Lee. Can you tell us any more about what was their debt and what was their income ratio from their bankruptcy in 2015? Their bankruptcy, the papers show that they were $448,000 in debt at the time. That was mainly credit cards and other unsecured loans, and along with that, also their home. They also had a civil lawsuit pending from the Homeowners Association. Side note, when this tragic event happened, they were 2 months behind in their mortgage payments again. They had caught up, fell behind, caught up, fell behind, caught up, fell behind. Income at the time of the bankruptcy, $96,000, roughly. That's rounding it up. Next question is, when did Shannon tell her friends about her feelings that Christopher Watt may have been having an affair with Nicole? I could not find an actual answer to that question in particular, but 10 months prior to the tragic events in this case, she told her friend Amanda Thayer that she believed that Christopher Watts was cheating on her. 10 months prior. Next question is, I seen several photos online of Christopher Watts at work in the oil field, but I don't believe he was wearing a wedding ring. Was this because he took it off to hide that he was married when he met Nicole? Okay. No. I found several photos as well of Christopher Watts, and from what you're talking about, these pictures were on the oil company website. They've since been all taken down, and so have all the pictures of Nicole in the office in the background or whatever. But he apparently made a habit of not wearing his wedding ring at work. I don't know if it was to hide the fact that he was married or if it was a safety issue. I know in a lot of professions it is definitely a safety issue that people don't wear rings. Anything where your it gets snagged on a piece of equipment and it could rip your freaking finger off. I know a lot of people, a lot of professions that are like that. Next question and final one is, can you tell us about where they were married and if it was true that they eloped? No, they did not elope. They were married November 3rd, 2012 in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. So, interesting facts about the family that you may not remember. And then viewer questions about little known facts. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Either way, leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Again, thank you everyone. I appreciate you all stopping by today, and you stay safe.